Tomorrow night, Arsenal and PSG play the Champions League final in Budapest. It is the most anticipated match in club football this season, and there are serious reasons to believe it could actually be good. But here is the uncomfortable truth sitting under all of that anticipation. The last time both teams scored in a Champions League final was 2018. 8 years ago, and the last time we had a genuinely competitive final where the winner only won by a single goal was 2013, over a decade ago. The biggest match in European club football has a serious problem, and it is getting worse. Let's go through what has actually happened at these finals. Last year, PSG beat Inter Milan 5-0, the most lopsided result in the history of the competition. The year before that, Real Madrid beat Borussia Dortmund, and Dortmund's first half, which many remember as promising, produced 0 goals. In 2023, Romelu Lukaku accidentally blocked a shot by his own teammate to keep Inter scoreless against Manchester City. In 2022, Thibaut Courtois was named man of the match, specifically because he stopped Liverpool from scoring a single goal, from 24 attempts and 1.85 expected goals. Liverpool created enough chances to win that game twice over and scored nothing. You have to go all the way back to 2018, when Cristiano Ronaldo and Lionel Messi were still playing for Real Madrid and Barcelona respectively, when nobody outside Norway had heard of Erling Haaland, and when Lamine Yamal was 10 years old, to find a Champions League final where both teams scored. And for a genuinely close final where the winner prevailed by a single goal, you need to go back to 2013, when Bayern beat Dortmund 2-1. That is over a decade of the most important club match in the world failing to deliver on its own premise. The reason is structural, and it shows up clearly in the data. According to Stats Perform analysis going back to 2010, Champions League finals produce significantly more fouls per game than the semi-finals, 28.2 compared to 25.6, through balls which represent the highest value attacking play in the game, drop from 5.2 per match in the semis to 2.4 in the final. Teams press less aggressively, break up play more often, and spend more time defending a lead rather than hunting for goals. The explanation comes down to incentives. In a two-legged tie, if you score early, you have another 90 minutes or more to hold on. In a one-off final, if you score early, you know exactly how long you need to grind it out. The result is a tournament where the football gets progressively less attacking as the stakes get higher, which is precisely the opposite of what the competition is supposed to produce. There is also the environment. The final is played at a pre-selected neutral venue with tickets distributed through UEFA's commercial network, meaning a large proportion of the crowd has no particular connection to either club. This year, the Killers are performing a pre-match show with David Beckham appearing in a cinematic short film, which tells you something about what UEFA thinks the final is for. A match between Arsenal and PSG, two clubs with passionate and deeply tribal fan bases, is being staged in Budapest in front of an audience that is partly there for the hospitality package. Compare that to playing the same fixture at the Emirates or the Parc des Princes, and the difference in atmosphere would be extraordinary. Which brings us to tomorrow, and why there is a genuine case for optimism despite everything that history suggests. The club ELO ratings, which measure team quality purely on results, currently rank Arsenal as the highest-rated club in the world, with PSG fourth. The betting markets have PSG as 57% favourites, making this the closest matchup since 2018, the last time both finalists scored. More importantly, the stylistic contrast in this particular final is genuinely unusual. PSG are a high-pressing, high-scoring team that wants to control matches through intensity and creativity, built around the explosive attacking combination of Dembélé, Kvaratskhelia and Doué. Arsenal are the opposite. An elite defensive structure under Mikel Arteta that wins matches through organisation, set pieces and the ability to absorb pressure and punish on the transition. Usually that kind of contrast appears between a strong favourite and a weaker underdog. Here both approaches are represented by teams of comparable quality. The favourite winning by a large margin is statistically the most likely outcome based on historical patterns. But this particular matchup, more than any final in recent years, has the ingredients for something different. two teams genuinely well-matched, playing in contrasting styles at a moment where the competition's own data suggests it is long overdue, a final that justifies its billing. A decade of lopsided finals, 8 years since both teams scored, a format that structurally rewards caution over ambition, and tomorrow, one match that has the best chance in years of proving all of that wrong. Who wins the final? And do you think we finally get a great one? Drop your prediction in the comments. Subscribe to 11 Field. Reaction and full breakdown coming tomorrow night. See you then.